Every time I see a puppy, I'm like,
can I smell your puppy?
That's a bit weird. Maybe I shouldn't ask people if I can smell their dogs. Hey guys, it's Em and Monty. Welcome to today's creature feature. I really hope that you're going to enjoy this one because it's quite a special one, given that it's dogs. Remember to hit that subscribe button down below, become part of the creature crew, and also remember to hit that notification bell so that you don't miss a single episode. I hope you guys are excited for this one. I know that I've kind of been spoiling you with hawks and armadillos and snakes, but today's creature feature is one of the most amazing creatures truly ever on the earth. I mean, if mankind ever had a single triumph, I believe that it's the domestication of the dog. We just don't deserve dogs. We don't. They're absolutely incredible, and I hope that you learn a couple more new interesting facts about dogs, about the very animal that is living and breathing in your space, the animals that love us so much. And helping me today is Monty, the Cocker Spaniel. So Monty over here used to be part of my doggy daycare pack. I just want to say a massive shout out to Fleur and James because they let me borrow their doggy Monty today. Dogs had to be domesticated to get what we see today as our dogs and dog breeds. They all came from wolves, but not the wolves that we have today. Actually, an extinct species of wolf, which we no longer have. Dogs are thought to have been domesticated around 15,000 years ago in Europe. However, there are some people who argue this and say it was about 12,500 years ago in China or in East Asia.
The domestic dog has over 150 breeds and over 8 classes of classification: sporting, hound, working, terrier, toy, non-sporting, herding, and miscellaneous.
Going back to their ancestors, the wolves are fully carnivorous, so they only eat meat. They're an obligate carnivore. However, dogs are not fully carnivorous. Although they are a descendant of the wolf, which is carnivorous, dogs have very much adapted to our lifestyle and our diet. So they can actually handle much more starch and other kinds of foods, such as fruit and veg, than other species of animal would be able to.
Now let's talk about noses. The human nose has around 6 million scent receptors, which sounds pretty impressive, but it pales when compared to a dog's sense of smell. Dogs have around 300 million scent receptors, which makes their sense of smell roughly 40 times greater than ours. That's okay, there's certain things I'm glad I can't smell as well as Monty can. Oh, and ever wondered why your dog's nose is wet? Well, that actually helps your dog to catch scent particles in the air.
Have you ever heard the expression, dogs can smell your fear? Well, that's absolutely correct. They can smell fear.
Dogs can smell minute changes in our blood sugar, sense the beginning of a fit or a heart attack, and can even detect tumours.
Dogs can physically smell if we are happy, if we're sad, if we're unhealthy, if we're pregnant. Dogs have even been trained in order to help people with diabetes and epilepsy, because dogs can be a first response. If someone has a trained dog, they'll actually be able to alert you if you're about to have an epileptic seizure or if your blood sugar is running low. So they're actually incredibly useful for people and incredibly important for people who struggle with different ailments.
Humans and canines can achieve amazing things together. In Alaska, the Iditarod race is run by groups of mushers and their sled dogs over hundreds of miles. If you want to read a pretty cool story, check out the story of Balto and how he and a team of sled dogs managed to save a whole town of sick children. I tried racing sled dogs in the Arctic and it was an amazing experience. I actually forgot to use my brakes. Yes, you have to apply brakes when you sled with dogs. I think they want to go.
Brilliant driving.
I was just testing my brakes.
Brilliant driving.
Yeah. Hike! I think I've been pretty good. Yeah. Most dogs have eyesight which is as good as ours. Some can even see better than us, such as sighthounds. But did you know that dogs cannot see much colour?
Roses are grey, violets are grey. Lol, I'm a dog.
They mostly see in black and white, but they can see blue and yellow, which is why so many people buy tennis balls for their dogs. It's easier for them to visually track and find.
Look at that relaxation. Does anyone else love when you get your hair played with? I'm just like For thousands and thousands of years, dogs did not have breeds the way that we know breeds today. You think of breeds and you think a bulldog, a Labrador, etc., etc. However, breeds did not exist until fairly recently. Breeding first began when dogs were needed to suit a purpose. For example, shepherds who needed to have a sheepdog, they would breed different dogs together who were good at doing the job, but they didn't have a breed or a breed standard. Just if this dog was good at doing its job and so did this one, then they'd mix them, have puppies, and those puppies by default, some of them would have that amazing ability to look after sheep. It wasn't until the Victorian era where dog breeding actually became fashionable. The Victorians actually had a fascination with good blood, bad blood, and good breeding and bad breeding. People themselves would be referred to as having good blood or being well bred, or having bad blood and being badly bred. Speaking of doggy fashions, different breeds are very, very fashionable in different parts of the world. For example, in the States, bull breeds and golden retrievers, they remain somewhere near the top for the most popular and most desired breeds of dogs. The most popular breeds here in the UK tend to be Labradors, Staffordshire Bull Terriers, and Collies or Collie Crosses. So a lot of the working breeds are very popular here in the UK. Conversely, if you go over to East Asia, a lot of the smaller dogs are much more fashionable. Pomeranians, Shih Tzus, Toy Poodles, those are more fashionable in East Asia.
Do you have a dog of your own? If you do, share your dog's breed in the comment box below and write which country you're from.
Social media and pop culture actually has a dramatic effect on the popularity of different breeds. Doug the Pug, for example, made pugs very, very trendy, so lots of people wanted pugs. Also Zoella and Alfie, or Zalfie, the vloggers, they also have a gorgeous pug called Nala, and naturally people love to see Nala and what she's up to. If you watch Game of Thrones, for example, you'll notice that they have dire wolves. So many people who are really into Game of Thrones, they'd love to have like a regal wolf beside them, and they go out and they buy a husky or a malamute or some other wolfy kind of looking dog. A lot of people don't realize how much work actually goes into looking after a dog, and sometimes depending on where you live and your lifestyle, it's not right to have a certain breed of dog. For example, if you're living in a really hot climate and you're in a cramped apartment, maybe a husky wouldn't be a fair idea.
Unlike us humans, dogs don't have the ability to sweat. Instead, they pant, and this helps them to cool down.
Oh, hello, sleepyhead.
The question is, whose fur is more luscious? His is, just so you know.
You've got the most gorgeous fur, haven't you?
Have you ever seen a dog suddenly run around a room like a hyperactive child? This is called the Zoomies. It's a way which dogs can expel some pent-up energy. Dogs' paws have firm pads on the bottoms of their feet, which can protect dogs' feet when walking. Unlike most cats, dogs cannot retract their claws. They're always on display. Few animals on Earth are as loyal to humans as dogs are. Their love and loyalty is often recorded through history. One of the most famous stories of a dog's loyalty takes place in Japan and is the story of Hachiko, the Japanese Akita Inu. He would accompany his master to the train station every day and wait for him to return from work. Sadly, his owner suffered a brain hemorrhage at work and passed away. Hachiko continued to wait for his master every day at the train station for almost 10 years. Hachiko's loyalty earned him a beautiful bronze statue which you can still see to this day at Shibuya Station. Do you have a cool dog fact to share? Write it in the comment box below and I'll choose one of your facts to pin.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed this creature feature. If you haven't already, please remember to hit that subscribe button down below, become part of the creature crew, and hit that notification bell at the top there as well, so you can be part of the notification squad. And I will see you in another creature feature soon. Bye guys, bye! You gonna say bye, Monty? I think that's about as close to bye as we're gonna get. Bye! Someone rolled in fox poo.